how the American presidents are using um, this election that is coming up to deceive so many people. Okay, so they have left where they should have gone, and now they are going to churches, and we encourage you that you should be very careful. Okay, people go to churches, to solicit for votes. So let's watch this video and see what happened from Life Post. Okay.
For our next story, let's go back in history again. The year was 1980. Ronald Reagan was in Detroit, standing in front of a huge crowd. He was there to accept the nomination for the Republican Party, but Reagan did something unusual. He ended his speech with 3 words: God bless America. It may not sound strange now. We hear US presidents say it all the time. But before Ronald Reagan did it, no one else had. US leaders were expected to keep their faith to themselves. Well, not anymore. Religion now plays a crucial role in American politics. But this presidential election, it took a backseat. The candidates barely talked about faith. They did not clash on religious lines. That changed on Sunday. Kamala Harris kicked off her 60th birthday by visiting 2 churches in Georgia. So Kamala Harris attended a service. The congregation sang to her. She spoke about her childhood experiences, especially attending a black church.
In this moment, our country is at a crossroads, and where we go from here is up to us, as Americans and as people of faith. And now we ask a question. We face this question: what kind of country do we want to live in? A country of chaos, fear, and hate, or a country of freedom, compassion, and justice?
Kamala Harris is a Baptist.
Now, I want to make a comment here. Okay. If you notice something, she went to church to celebrate her birthday. It's expected of her when you go to church, talk about your birthday. But if you notice something, she started talking about politics and co and this. This is a house of God. When you go to church, and remember, the presenter said it's a black people church. She's not used to go there before. Okay. She's a Baptist. But this time around, she went to this church instead of her to focus and listen to the word of God and talk about anything that has to do with the church. All the time, their mindset is always going to politics. Okay. And remember, presenter said that this had not been happening for some time now. But recently, it took a turn that everybody now is going to church just to solicit for votes. I am not campaigning for anybody. I am not talking about Kamala Harris. Either I'm talking about Trump. But one thing I'm sure is this. This has been proven other places that majority of time they go to church because they felt that, okay, they will get major votes from church. Of course, it's true, but there will be a line of division between the church and the rating. And to crown it worst, let's assume here in Nigeria, they have what called Muslim tickets. Today, the Muslim people are even not happy about it. Understand? Because they put everything in religion. Instead of them to focus on what they can do for the American people, they are not talking about religion. Let's go back and continue watching.
That's a branch of Christianity. She was raised by a black Anglican father, and her mother was an Indian Hindu, so her religious journey was complex, but faith has long played a role in her life. She's a member of a Baptist church. She attends services there. In 2022, she spoke at a National Baptist Convention. In the last decade, Harris has downplayed the role of religion in her life, but now she seems to be embracing it again. Her opponent, Donald Trump, though, is not buying it. He says she is destructive to religion.
She's very destructive to religion. She's very destructive to Christianity and very destructive to evangelicals and to the Catholic Church. And she's, let me put it this way, Ben, she is your worst nightmare. Much worse than Biden, and he wasn't so hot.
Trump isn't overtly religious himself. He rarely attends services. He hardly talks about faith. But he has secured overwhelming support from evangelical Christians. Do you know why? Because of their shared political agenda. It's a marriage of convenience. Which brings us to religion itself. How does it influence US politics? Well, America was founded on the principles of religious freedom, a separation of church and state. But religion has always been a subtle undercurrent in elections. It has long shaped voter behavior. Historically, most US presidents have been Protestant Christians. But in 1960, that changed. John F. Kennedy became the first Catholic presidential candidate. It sparked an uproar. His candidacy faced a huge opposition. Many believed that his Catholic faith would make him more loyal to the Pope than to America. JFK rallied against these rumors. He advocated for religious freedom, and that helped him win the elections. In the 1980s, evangelical Christians emerged as a powerful political force, especially in the Bible Belt, which is mostly southern and Midwestern states. This group is a bedrock of the Republican voter base, and it propelled a lot of leaders into power, including George W. Bush. He appealed to voters through his evangelical credentials. So white evangelicals are crucial, but so are black Protestant voters. They are a key voting bloc for Democrats. Many of them voted Barack Obama in 2008. So religion basically dominates US politics and US elections, and more often than not, it is a defining factor. Take abortion, for example. It's a big flashpoint in this election. It also divides votes along religious lines. Catholic and evangelical Christians support candidates who are pro-life, meaning anti-abortion. Now look at Joe Biden. He's the second Catholic president in American history. He openly discusses his faith. Yet his political position on abortion lost him Catholic voters. Religious endorsements also carry significant weight. They can help sway undecided voters.
You can see what this lady was saying is simply that Joe Biden being a Catholic, people actually want to vote him because he is a Catholic. But what is confusing here is that someone is a Catholic, he does not understand his Catholic faith. Okay, so Catholic does not support abortion. Now he's coming to say he supports abortion, and that is why they made a U-turn on him. Okay, so now it has been a game of, okay, Kennedy saying, okay, if you support me, I'm going to make a freedom to religion and all this, which is a very nice thing. But if you watch what is going on here, all these are Christian. Like all the thing they are discussing here is all about Christian. I'm not here maybe another religion. Okay, why are we having lines of division? Why are we having lines of division? So you see, that is a very big problem that shouldn't even come up in the first place. Even when Trump was saying Kamala was a disaster, he shouldn't have even mentioned that. Let Kamala go to church for everybody care. But one thing that is certain is here, when you are campaigning, focus on what you are campaigning on, and then go straight to the point and talk about what you need to do for the people. The people are more important than any other thing you can even be talking about, because these people are the receiving end. Let's go back to the video.
But how much of it matters now in today's America? Look at this data. In 2007, 16% Americans identified as atheists. In 2024, 28% are religiously unaffiliated. That's almost double. Despite this trend, religion remains a polarizing factor in American politics. You cannot discount its role, especially in an election as close as this one.
I hope you got the message, and for you that is voting out there, please vote on the candidate of your choice. Forget religion, because over here we have seen more of this. Okay, where we have so many religion even popping up. So forget religion, because at the end of the day, religion, poverty does not know religion. Okay, unemployment does not know religion. So all I need you to do is to focus on the candidate you feel that this person is going to become better. Because looking at America, these people are the one making many decisions in the world, and it should be taken serious at that. So stay tuned See you next time, same time.